and I've been corrected that Oklahoma was unranked in 2016.
I'm just gonna throw this out there because as I'm looking at it, it feels bad. So the 2-0 teams that are 2-0 conference play: Wildcats, Cyclones, Cowboys.
Cyclones, that's right. Cyclones. They're 2-0. I keep forgetting that they actually did beat Texas Christian, even though they lost to Louisiana Lafayette, who is ranked, by the way. ULL is ranked. Oklahoma is not. What is this? Do you realize that it's entirely in play that Oklahoma State and Tulsa could be ranked and Oklahoma could not be ranked by mid-October? Because Tulsa pulls off an outstanding upset of Central Florida on the road. And then shout out to sports director KJRH, texting with him. He's like, hey, RJ, do you think if Oklahoma had Tulsa secondary that they'd be 3-0? I said, without question. And that's an outstanding observation. Because Fletcher's kids, Aaron Fletcher, secondary coach at TU, are playing lights out and have been playing lights out for like 2 years. Like, they are enormous. They go 6'3" at both cornerback positions. Their shortest safety is like 6'1". They hit hard. They play man. Like, it's really fun to watch that secondary play. And it's gnawed at me since Cade put that in my head that, like, wait a second. In what galaxy is the University of Tulsa football team supposed to have a better secondary than Oklahoma? And then I have to remember that it's this one. It's this one.
It's this one. Yep. I think this is oh wow. I think this is the year where Oklahoma is paying back all of the Sooner Magic debt they used up the last 4 years.
I hate that term, but I'm so glad you used it.
They got to refill the tank because they have been a cardiac inducing team for 4 straight years. So, hey, this is the one. Everybody, pitch in, wave hands, put your hands in the air like you're doing a spirit bomb. Hopefully they get enough for next week, but you're definitely trying to save up for next year.
No, I mean, like, 8-5 is not on the table. You're only playing 10 games. You only get 10 regular season games. So 5-5 is not going to be a great look. Like, that's Schnellenberger numbers. That's what that is. That's how Lincoln Riley ends up in the same sentence as Howard Schnellenberger. Because you still got this Texas game. You still got Oklahoma State, right? You got a Tech team that can at least put up points. West Virginia is finding its way. And who the hell knows what Baylor's going to be? Man, did not expect to be here. And now I have reached a point in my journey where there are so many people that look forward to watching me come unglued when Oklahoma loses. And usually that's like twice a year, right? Once during the regular season, once in the college football playoff. That's just been what it is, right? Cool. It's not the kind of thing you see regularly. Twice in 2 weeks? Hey, man. Like, I had my co-host on National Sports Talk Radio, Jeff Dickerson, say to me on air, RJ, so I'm mad that you got to be here with me. And I said, I'm not mad I got to be here with you. No. Let me finish. I'm mad that you got to be here with me because I would very much like to see how you take this loss to Iowa State on video. Because it was an ongoing talking point because the game is ongoing as we're on the show, right? And that's part of the conceit of the show is we're talking about the games as they're happening. And it's a top 25 team against an unranked team on the road that they had not lost to in 60 years. And I kid you not, Dickerson says, I'm going to set my watch for 1:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, in which case I will check to see if you have made a video about this loss to Iowa State. That is where I'm at now. Is we got people that are looking forward to my tears, to my misery.
Well, I'm over here. I called Iowa State beating OU this year. I said if they were going to beat anybody, it was just going to be them. Still looks like I might hold out on that, but I didn't expect to see OU lose this week and last week the way that they did. And I'd say going forward, if the way that you predict the season, you say, oh, this is a win, this is a win, this is a win by this score, this score, this score. What happens if you take 7 off of OU and give 7 to the others? And how does that still play out? How you feel about that? Because that's how what I think the predictions need to be. Make your score, make a 14-point split.
That is so on the nose, though. That's on the nose. So like Oklahoma's averaging 37 a game through 3 games. They averaged 42 a game 42-44 last year, and then 48 the year before that. It's literally like a touchdown. You're giving back a touchdown. In a league where you have set the standard for scoring 45 a game, in which case everybody else is trying to score 45 a game now. Particularly on Oklahoma because they know that they can do it on your defense. Like, Oklahoma's got 2 takeaways in 3 games, and Alex Grint's out here talking about, I want 26 in 10 games. 26 what? 26 mixed tackles? Because that was the second half of Iowa State. Might be the first half of Texas. Like,
I give up 26 touchdowns.
Man! Come on! Oklahoma's given up 37, 38, and 63 to the last 3 FBS teams it faced. And we got Grinch and Riley talking about, nah, everything we're doing is fixable. Then fix it! You know, like, that's the thing about college football that really just gets to me. You only have this many games, right? It ain't the NBA where I could talk about it literally every day. I mean, I do talk about college football every day, but it would be so much easier to talk about games that are happening, right? I spend 8 months of my life each year talking about stuff that could happen, stuff that did happen, and not that stuff is happening right now. In that way, sometimes I look at this channel and be like, yo, man, I should just be talking about the NBA. Because if Oklahoma's going to go 0-2, what do y'all need me to tell you about that for? You know, meanwhile, Texas tried to give me some joy. I had fun. Because the only thing I like as much as an Oklahoma win is a Texas loss. And then a loss at home. And then I remembered Oklahoma lost at home. To Kansas State. You know who got a raise this week? You know I got a contract extension and a raise this week? Chris Kleiman. Chris Kleiman gets off to 2-0 against OU and Texas Tech, and they give him a extension for 6 years, raises paid to $4 million annual. Means they're going to lose Texas Christian because I can't really think of a time when you announce a coach got a contract extension mid-season and they didn't just kind of say, okay, cool, we're done this year.
Oh no, that's the during the timeout before a field goal was like, man, look at these stats. Let me tell you, he has never missed a kick. I don't expect him to there he goes.
Gabe Burkich.
Wide.
On Saturday.
Doggone.
Gabe Burkich. He was perfect for his career. He was preseason All-American. Matter of fact, there were 3 preseason All-Americans playing in that game on Saturday. One of them was Charlie Kolar, and he's the only dude that played like it.